one. Por favor.
Sorry, darling.
It's really okay. You can bump into me anytime. Hey, Joe. I'm Joyce.
I hear Lori is Joyce.
Welcome.
In the world.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, well, have a seat, get comfortable,
Doing well? So good.
relax. Stop making out.
It's hard to be,
Is this
it's hard to be sweet when your mouth is full.
Okay, guys, so Kathy and I have known Griffanzo for about 5 years, and when we met him, it was in Borrego Springs, which is in the desert, low desert of, you know, near San Diego. And we walked in, and it was a birthday party for our mutual friend Steve. And Griffanzo's sitting there at the, you know, at the piano, and he's singing some song about politics, and Kathy and I are going, who is this man? And so we fell into rapport with him. We started to get to know his music and the man behind the music. And we found that both were extraordinary, unique, and highly original. And that he is someone who has a whole lot to say in a whole lot of different ways. And I must say that I am completely stunned and amazed and amused and moved by both the man and the music. So I want to introduce him to all of you. Welcome, you're in for a treat. There's going to be a break after about 45 minutes, and then we'll do another set.
All right. Here, here.
Thank you, Joe.
You better be good.
Easy?
You better be good. Okay.
You were, I want
So I'm gonna start this off with the title tune from my last CD called "Ain't My Kinda Strange," which is just slightly political. I'm not normally like that.
Sounds sexual.
They're all working 9 to 9, crawling door to door. Days have gotten so ugly, still they want some more. Listening to the Fox, they are drinking lies that never change. They sold a dream, we bought a nightmare, just ain't my kind of strange. Checking out the local scene, cell phones, driving cars, refugees from frozen hell, we just need more bars. This one's wearing spandex, it's working way too hard. That one's sporting an electric wig, he's the highest on my scorecard. They're all working 9 to 9, crawling door to door. Days have gotten so ugly, still they want some more. Listening to the Fox, they are drinking lies that never change. They sold a dream, we bought a nightmare, just ain't my kind of strange. Dogs are walking people, consumers driving tanks. He's too loud, she's too slow, dressed up shooting blanks. Steal a car, go to church, overeat before the kill. Rearrange the interchange out to range, the rest should spill downhill. Food is everywhere, diet and exercise used to be more fun out there. Why did we get so wise? Flirting with a dangerous vice, a backseat trip or two. There's lies in the soup today, but they did it for me and you. sold a dream, we bought a nightmare, just ain't my kind of strange. They sold a dream, we bought a nightmare, just ain't my kind of strange. Thank you. Now this next song requires that you understand that I'm three different humans. I'm going to be a truck driver for a minute, then I'm going to be a bartender, and then I'm going to be a doctor.
Ooh.
With no costume changes.
Dr. Bob?
Sounds like a bad cartoon, doesn't it? It's called I Might Have Lied to You Yesterday, but I'll tell you the truth tonight. I spent all day drinking, sure could use some work. Got some money for liquor, I enjoy being your jerk. I got a car to come find you, everything's gonna be alright. I might have lied to you yesterday, but I'll tell you the truth tonight. I'm a hard driving man, my rig's gotta be on time. I got a great big payload, so speeding is not a crime. Backing up, changing lanes, good God, will I survive? Before I drank those six-packs, I should have learned to drive. My resume is impressive, a bar manager can't say no. I boast my speed of mixing drinks, each time the numbers grow. With names like Johnson's Overcoat, Connie's Love, the Limp NASCAR. A fact I failed to mention, I've never been behind a bar. I spent all day drinking, sure could use some work. Got some money for liquor, I enjoy being your jerk. I got a car to come find you, everything's gonna be alright. I might have lied to you yesterday, but I'll tell you the truth tonight. I'm working night and day. The pay is really, really, really good, but it ain't no picnic, no cabaret. The nurses have been really, really swell. Gets personal now and then. I'm just a rookie doctor, haven't played this since I was 10. I spent all day drinking, now I sure could use some work. Got some money for liquor, I enjoy being your jerk. I got a car to come find you, everything's gonna be alright. I might have lied to you yesterday, think I lied to you yesterday. I'm sure I lied to you yesterday, but I'll tell you the truth tonight. You know I will.
I don't believe you.
So, since I have done plenty of touring with the Squirrel and Zippers, I thought I would include a zipper tune.
All right.
A zipper tune, the song from the Squirrel and Zippers, written by Jimbo Mathis. This one's called La Grippe, or the flu, or something like that. You know what? And the first line of this song is, "There's a full moon howling at the night." For years, I heard this as full moon with a W, with a U, F-U-L-L. But it's full, F-O-O-L. It's the Zippers. What'd you expect?
Tonight is an actual full moon.
Yeah, there we go. So we got the wrong spelling tonight.
We got to spell tonight.
Yes. There you go, Pete. This is all you, brother. There's a full moon howling at the night, and his bark is much worse than his bite. So we must go out and dance around. We must go out tonight. Passed around, and it's spreading like fire through this town. There's a virus holding up inside us. Everyone that I know is coming down. Influenza infecting us all by the score. It's turning into pneumonia, so we must go out once more. Came on the evening train with a flask in their caskets and their vials. Mass psychosis was the diagnosis. So we all cashed our checks and went wild. Howling at the night, and his bark is much worse than his bite. So we must go out and dance around. We must go out tonight. There's a full moon howling at the night, and his bark is much worse than his bite. So we must go out and dance around. We must go out tonight. Must go out tonight. Must go out tonight. Must go out tonight. Little Zipper.
Was I on the beat?
Yes, of course.
I wasn't sure.
All right, so this is something that I wrote a bunch of years ago, and it's really more of a poem than a lyric song, and it's really descriptive of the house that I grew up in, which I adore. But I wrote it at a time when I was really pissed off at my mother. So there's both of these elements going on. Just the idea of wanting to be detached from a family that was pretty narrow, and still being in love with that space you grew up in. So it's called Black Frame Glasses. So I picked up my black frame glasses and they began to reflect on old times. Light crawls up over the horizon and the old house slowly slips out of her pajamas. The torn slippers moan under the weight as the cold tiles try to get out of the way. Is born out of place, and he's trapped in a mother's web. The biscuits are stretched out on the table's back, and the old wood stove whistles back to the radio. The fig tree stretches at the crack of dawn. Birds bounce on the clothesline to get the proper pitch. Oak trees line the narrow street of North Pasture. Born out of place, and he's bound by a family's web. Talking his way around the porch, while lizards travel the old wooden fence without a map. Pecans fill the yard, and the long driveway is trolling for a nap. Doors swing only one way, and those closed windows, they really are a trap. A boy is born out of place, but he's searching for an escape. Promising words skips to a different beat. The stove wheezes and the desperate furniture wishes it had feet. Only the wind can escape the fenced-in yard, but the rusty tin roof is eager to announce a getaway. A boy is born out of place and is bound by a family's web. Boy is born out of place. He's trapped. Thank you.
A Griffanzo original, like many
Yes.
others are.
Now, most of you will recognize the title of this song, Monsanto.
That's on his CD.
Yeah.
And we all know how we feel about Monsanto.
Yes, we do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Pete, you lie.
Best fucking corn I ever tasted.
Monsanto is changing our genes, is the name of this. And on the record, I had to twist his arm to come do this with me. He's a good friend of mine, great sax player. And I had to beg him to come. But it's just the best. The song wouldn't have turned out without him. It's just the best sax sound you'll hear. His name is Rodney Marsh. He pretends he's retired. All you have to do is stay on the phone long enough. Monsanto is changing our genes. Forget about Levi Strauss. The Bill of Rights wears high heels now, and we're not safe in the house. Yes means no, and left moves right. Compassion is not kind. We better move to the back of the bus, where the truth gets left behind. The truth gets left behind. I caught my tail in the door. Was I going out or in? All I did was ask a question. Didn't know it was a sin. They're reading over my shoulder. I can feel the heat. News big made a comeback. I can smell the thought police. Hey Sonny, give us a hand over here. Be a good sport. Be a good neighbor too. Just open those doors for us, to your house, to your land, to your water too. Hey Sonny, give us a hand over here. Be a good sport. Good patriot too. We'll poison your water, we'll pollute your air. Soon you'll be safe in the zoo. Soon you'll be safe in our zoo. The chain of lies gets heavy as they spin another loop. Poor men pull all the weight now. How do you spell dupes? It looks so good in bold print. It will feel the common man. The gold funnels up the staircase. Overfed, they bite our hand. Overfed, they bite our hand. Monsanto is changing our genes. Forget about Levi Strauss. The Bill of compassion is not kind. We better move to the back of the bus where the truth gets left behind. The truth gets left behind. No thanks to Monsanto. No corn for me, thanks. All right. Okay, so this is a song that I've done many times without explanation, and people have no idea what it's about. So, just starting last week, I started to realize that if I just told people what the idea was, it might work a little better. The song is called The Lamppost. But I'm an old fucker, and I grew up in rural North Carolina, and for me a lamppost was basically a telephone pole, and you know they always paint tar all around the bottom of it, so if you get too close you're fucked. But the thing that a telephone pole did in those days is it carried, oddly enough, telephone lines. But in those days we also had party lines, so you pick up the phone at your house and your neighbor down the street is talking to her Aunt Mildred, you might have to wait 30 minutes before you use the phone. So here's the lamppost hearing multiple conversations. She's hearing every conversation that goes by in the neighborhood. Not only that, but at night, being the only light in the area, if people are passing, they don't stand over here somewhere and have a conversation. They stand under the lamppost. So if you're a teenager and you're walking your little girlfriend home, you don't like go off in the dark and try to sneak a kiss. You stand like an idiot right under the lamppost. Well, that way you can either see the sparkle in her eyes or the left hook that's probably coming. So it's kind of a meeting place, as well as, you know, she's broadcasting all the phone conversations that are happening. So that's the lamppost. So I hope the song's not a letdown now.
Never.
Now that I've done the introduction, I can't remember the opening line. All the world's a stage. Our stage is lit by a lamppost. Long and thick, straight and hard. Gives her light to my front yard. You can hear electric buzzing from the ground. How many keys, toys, tools, lost balls has she found? Holding up so many lines. Telephone, television, internet, maybe. Hearing many bullshit lines. Yeah, I was at Joe's last night. Your ass ain't that big. Says, of course it's your baby. Give a little love to your lamppost. Here comes Lucy straight from the bar. Stopped here to play air guitar. Used up everything in her repertoire. Now she's ripping chords out with an old crowbar. Lamppost light wants to make her a rock star. Look for that lamppost memoir. Where Ruth found the keys to my car. She hung around smelling the guitar. Didn't smell as sweet as Monica's cigar, but we got hotter news than Ken Starr. Lamppost light is a front page radar. Look for that lamppost memoir. Thank you, brother. Nighttime soap opera, better turn the page. No copy drinking, Mr. Underage. Stop and where they think they're off stage. Don't force the kids' homes, you better disengage. Lamppost light, put them on the center stage. Look for that lamppost homepage. You need this light when you get to my age. I got it covered from the stone to the space age. Paying attention hasn't made me a sage, but with what's going on, where's your damn outrage? Signifying till the next power outage. Look for that lamppost homepage. Long and thick, straight and hard. She gives her light to my front yard. You can hear electric buzzing from the ground. How many keys, toys, jewels, laws, balls that she found. Holding up so many lines. Telephone, television, internet, maybe. Hearing many bullshit lines. Whoa, I never saw one that big. You don't look that old. She says, of course it's your baby. Give a little love to your lamppost. She says, of course it's your baby. Give a little love, give a little love, give a little love to your lamppost.
Thank you, lamppost.
The lamppost of my youth. All right, so this is a song I wrote. Actually, this is the first song I ever wrote back in 1902, and I didn't use it for years. Well, I was a teenager.
Are you gonna get this? Because my phone for some reason won't record it anymore. I really want this.
One or two cameras on and off, so we got some.
Okay.
Anyway, the idea behind this song is, and I'll bet you everybody in this room has done this at least once. I, of course, wrote it after having done it on multiple occasions. You have a lover, and you kind of give up all your friends, and then you adopt her friends, and you give up all the things that you really love, and you just start doing the things that she really loves, and the next thing you know, you're just like a shadow. And so the idea for me was, okay, it's time to stop this shit and not give up myself. If that's what it takes, that's what it takes to be with somebody. Fuck them.
That's right.
So it's called "I'll Stay With You This Time." I can feel a stare. There's a shadow in the fog. Elusive whispers close by, tempting me. Footsteps all around, their echo is so loud now. Hey, you under the lamppost, you! Yeah, you! Come back, wait for me. Wait. Is my past just reaching out?